Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Heather here. Today we are going to be doing a new Halloween look and I'm very excited. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already, and let's get started. With nothing on my face, I'm going to put on my primer water from Smashbox. We are going to spritz this onto the face as you are seeing now. Then we will fan it and let it settle. Once it has settled, we're going in with our foundation, and I am using Rimmel's Lasting Finish Foundation in the shade 91 Light Ivory. As you can see, this shade is way too light for me, but I wanted my witch to have a light skin tone, very gothic feel, so I am buffing that into the face. And we are making sure to spread it out evenly. We don't want any streaks. And make sure to bring it down your neck as well because you want everything to match. Once you are completely buffed into the skin, we are going in with our concealers. And I am starting off with the Radiance in the Dream Lumi in Radiance. And I am using this to hide the dark circles under my eyes. And let's face it, we all need it. It works great because it is a salmon colored concealer. Next, I am going in with bareMinerals Well Rested concealer. And I am using this simply to highlight the face. And I forgot to go down my nose, on my forehead, and my chin. I wanted to make sure that she was balanced. So now we are going to press those products into the skin. Make sure not to swipe. It looks like I'm swiping, but honestly, I am just doing small pressing motions. If you swipe, you will move the product. So after that, you want to make sure to set those concealers, and I am using the e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder. I am just dipping my brush in there, and as you can see, it kind of comes out a lot because I took the sifter out. But I really like this product. It helps to highlight the under eye as well because it is a white-ish powder. It does highlight, and I don't believe they have the glitter in there anymore, so I really am a fan. Next, to set the rest of our face, I am going in with bareMinerals Original Foundation in Fairly Light. This does add some color to the rest of the face, so be warned. That's why I did take it down my neck as well. But I felt that even though I was going for a very light skin look, I wanted it to still look alive. I wanted her to still look alive. So I was okay with it. If you want to just set it with a translucent setting powder. Next, we're moving on to the brows. I am using Essence Make Me Brow, which is definitely very similar to the Give Me Brow from Benefit. I love this stuff. It is super easy. You just brush it through your brows, and especially for me who needs to get her brows done, reshaped, it works wonders at keeping the brows in place and making sure that they look filled in. There are fibers in this, I believe, that makes it look fuller. After that, we are going in with our bronzer, or our contour, I should say, and we are using Benefit Hoola. That was a weird way of saying that. Hoola by Benefit. There we go. And I did take this onto the temples and around my forehead because she is trying to bronze up as best she can. She has light skin, almost sickly skin. She wants to look as normal as possible, so she is bronzing like crazy. After that, I figured I should probably even it out a little bit, so I went back in with my powder brush and just went over those bronzed areas. Then I am going in with the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I am using Amaretto, which is the blush in the middle there. I was using a dirty brush. I will warn you, I tried to clean as much product off as I could, but there was just a hint of pink undertone, and I think that was from the previous blush, but I went with it, and I actually liked the way it came out. It made her have kind of rosy but bronzed cheeks. Now for the highlighter, I went in with ColourPop's Perilune This is one of their new highlighters, and it is a green reflex. Since I was not doing the typical green face painted witch, I figured I should go in with a green highlighter. That makes total sense. So I was just paying homage to the traditional green faced witch with some green highlighter, and frankly, this turned out awesome. I loved the way it looked, especially in person. My lights kind of blew it out a little bit, and I apologize, but next we're moving on to the eyes, and I am using the eyeshadow palette from Wet n Wild, and this palette is called Tunnel Vision. As you saw, I am going in with that white shadow, that is the base shadow, and I am applying this all over my lids, from brow bone down to the lashes, literally all over. And the reason I did this is because I am going to be taking every shade in this palette and just making a gradient all the way up to my brow bone. So the next shade is the brow bone color, and it is the lightest gray in the palette. I put this in the crease along with two other shadows from the palette, and how many times can I say palette? Anyways, so I was using this as a crease shadow. Then I went in with the eyelid color. It is the next darkest gray. And I felt that there still wasn't enough of a definition in the crease. While it did give some definition, it just wasn't enough, and I wanted that gradient. So I picked up a smaller blending brush and went in with the crease color. This is the darkest shade besides the black in the palette, and as you can see, it definitely increased that definition. And as I blended the black out, in a minute we will see, it really helped create that transition from the black all the way up to the white. So we went in with the NYX Jumbo Crayon in Black Bean, and I just smudged this all over my eyelid. I used this as a base, and this is the first time that I have used it like such. I really liked the way it came out though, because after smudging it on, I could be kind of messy with it. Then I went in with the blending brush again, and I just blended it out. But I should warn you, if you choose to do this, you do lose a lot of that black. So make sure that you set this with another, I mean, you're going to set it anyways because it is a base, but you're going to want to set it with, if you're going for that black look, with another black shadow. And that is what I did. I took the black shadow from the palette, and this is the definer shadow. And with my blending brush, I dipped in there, and then I began to pack it on and then blend. And I've got to say, I was not super impressed with this black. I wish I had used Wet n Wild's Panther instead. That is a much better black shade from Wet n Wild. It ended up working for this look because I was going for that gradient, but if I did it over again, I think I would probably use Panther instead of the definer shade. So if you want to recreate this look and you have Panther, that would be my recommendation. Because as you can see, I am just continuously packing and blending and packing and blending. Then we are going in with some sparkle. This is Spiked Glitter from Wet n Wild. And I just dipped my finger into the glitter. It's like a glitter gel almost. And I packed this onto the center of the lid. I wanted to give it a kind of halo effect, and I wasn't impressed with this either, if I'm being honest. I found that just patting it like typical glitter didn't give the effect that I wanted, so I started to swipe, and that made a bigger difference, but it moved the product around. And yes, I'm aware that I got it on my lower lashes, or my lower lash line, but I will fix that later. So now we're taking a wet wipe, and we are just cleaning up the outer edge. And I decided that when I did this, it made the edges look too sharp. I wanted her eyeshadow to be blown out. So I went back in with no additional product on the brush, and I just buffed those edges out as much as I could. And then I took a second to make sure that they were even. That is something you really have to make sure happens, because sometimes you can get one side off. One side can be like higher than the other. That happened to me. So word to the wise, check to make sure that it's even. And I decided, yeah, that's pretty much what I want on my eyelids. So I went in with my mascara. I am using L'Oreal's Voluminous in the original formula, and that is for my top lashes. And then for the bottom lashes, I went in with the IT Cosmetics Tightline. And I should apologize. I was super proud of myself. I was like, I'm gonna stay in frame this time. And I started out doing really well. See, I'm starting out really good. Really good. And I'm even looking. I'm like, yes, I'm in frame. And then not. So skipping ahead to the lips, I went in with Essence Lip Liner in Femme Fatale. I like the red lip liner. I think it's really cool, but I wish that it was a retractable, and I apologize again for getting out of frame, but I just lined my lips entirely. I put it all over, and then I put the lipstick that I went in with, which is Romantic Red, and it is from Teeez Cosmetics. It came in a Ipsy bag, actually my October Ipsy bag. So there it is, and I'm just gonna pop that over the lip liner. And I was like, oh yeah, stay in frame. Ha, I'm a terrible YouTuber. And this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I will have one more look coming on Saturday for Halloween, and I cannot wait to share it with you. So yeah, have a great night. Bye guys.